Hello, if you don't know me, my name is YouTuber Revolutcog. I am part of Psalm 1 and Yappies, and for my AA206 project, I wanted to make a video and discuss about the discrimination and stereotypes that Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders go through. When I first started doing research on this, I always wondered why Pacific Islanders were often overlooked. But then I thought about it and came to realize that Pacific Islander population is a lot smaller than the Asian population. For comparison, the total number of Pacific Islanders is 1.8 million people. However, compare that to the 25.8 million Asian Americans, Pacific Islanders don't get much attention at all. But just because the population is smaller does not mean they don't face as much discrimination as other groups do. We see multiple stereotypes in the AANHPI community. Some are the same, some differ from one another. Some of the same stereotypes that this group shares are: 1. People asking them where they are really from. People tend to stereotype AANHPI by viewing all groups as not being American, even if they were born in the US. It may also suggest that they are outsiders and don't belong. 2. Other groups viewing them as being special. For Asians, people are obsessed with the fetishization and beauty standards, while for Pacific Islanders, they think it's all about the tropical paradise, things such as beaches and dances. 3. Good at physical or performance-based roles. For Asians, people stereotype them as being good with technical or academic skills. For Pacific Islanders, they're stereotyped as being athletic or physically strong. The issue is, both are boxed into narrow roles, which limits how others see their potential. There is much discrimination that AA and HPI individuals face. Some started all the way back in World War II with the bombing of Pearl Harbor. Because of that, many Japanese Americans were forced into internment camps. The most recent one happened with COVID-19. There's so much spread for Asian hate and discrimination because it started all the way back in China. However, it didn't stop there because it spread onto Pacific Islanders because they were grouped together with AAPI, Asian American Pacific Islanders. And the reason that discrimination for Asians are seen more is because the population size of the Asian people, the amounts of discrimination that the Asians had to go through, things such as verbal harassment, such as the term chinks, oriental, physical assault, such as attack on Asians during Asian hate, and public discrimination with World War II and COVID. And the invisibility that Pacific Islanders go through because of their population size, how much media actually covers them, and the stereotype. Lastly, one particular stereotype that I want to talk about is the model minority stereotype. It is the idea that a racial group, naturally hardworking, highly educated, financially successful, and even well-behaved. This stereotype particularly applies to Asian Americans, but it can also apply to the Pacific Islander race as well. To start off, it affects Asians by saying, they are naturally smart, especially in math or science. They don't struggle academically or economically, and they succeed purely through hard work. Now, how does this affect Pacific Islanders? Well, because Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders are grouped together, hence AAPI, it creates the idea that people assume Pacific Islanders are also academically and economically successful, when the real challenge is poverty, education gaps, and even health disparities that get ignored. The difference between the two is that for Asians, they are pressured to live up to the stereotype, while for Pacific Islanders, they are harmed because the stereotype hides their struggle. And because of that, it creates pressures to always succeed, invalidates struggles such as mental health, poverty, etc., leads to being overlooked for leadership, seen as hardworking but not leaders, and used to compare other minority groups. Quote, if they can do it, why can't you? In the end, Asian and Pacific Islanders go to the same and different struggles, and it's important to hear the voice of each group. Historically, AANHPI individuals were looked as inferior, and from my experience, I can say that is true. I've experienced discrimination from people just because I was different, and because of that, I want to bring awareness to the stereotypes, discrimination, and even the model minority that are placed on the AANHPI people. Thank you for watching.